guys, it's Jess, and I am filming in a very obviously different location. This is not my room, this is actually my friend's stepdaughter's room. So, there's that. Um, so yes, I got into kind of a messed up situation, but I'll get to that in a minute. I did have to relocate. Um, so just a little backtrack, a little update on what's been going on. I did start medication in March, and that actually went better than I had expected. They put me back on some stuff I've already been on, and things that have already worked well in the past, and we're just kind of going from there and seeing how all that works out. I have another appointment coming up soon. I have no idea when, though. I should probably check on that. Some other things that have happened recently that kind of contribute to my messed up situation. So I was living at home with my parents, and their landlord has been weird, I guess, about things. I don't actually know the whole situation. I just know what I've been told. And I guess the landlord went by the house and said, "Hey, my mom died. We have to sell all the land." And my parents got a 30-day eviction notice, and they said that there was no like obituary or anything, and so everything just seems really sketch. But like I said, I don't actually know the situation. I just know what I've been told um, by my parents. Sorry, my hair's all like matted and like gross because I didn't blow dry it or straighten it or anything. So it's like post shower clumpy. Um, so where I was in that transition and how I ended up here. I had started seeing this guy, a really awesome guy. Um, we actually met on like a dating app. Not my proudest moment. I don't like online dating. It freaks me out. I know it's so normal for like where everyone is like in society and as a culture, like that's just what people do now, I guess, but it's still like I hate explaining to 30 million people what I like to do for fun. It's so annoying. Like, oh, okay. Anyhow, started talking to this guy. Everything was perfect. It worked out really well. We liked all the same stuff, had the same kind of quirky sense of humor, and everything seemed really great. So when all of this went down where I had to find a new place to live, he was like, "Oh, get your stuff, you're staying here." I was not initially okay with that. We actually like fought more or less about it for like 2 days. And he was like, "No, it's decided, you're staying here." So I was like, "All right, cool. If he's willing to open up his home to me and, take me in during this time, maybe this has like an actual chance." Um, I really thought, things were going to work out and, move forward. But right as we were coming up on 1 month of dating, things got really like weird and really tense. And I thought it was just because of work, because he's in the military and things are stressful with those kinds of jobs. And so I figured, hey, it must just be something going on at work. I know he can't talk to me about it. We would often joke about it and just be like, "Oh, it's the 23 flavors in Dr. Pepper, and that's why he can't talk about it. It's like a secret formula or something." So I thought he was just, tense because of things at work. Um, Everything just got really awkward, and he started being more short with me, and I just, it completely flipped, is what happened. And he, like, stopped hugging me, stopped holding my hand, he talked less to me, and it bothered me in my core, where I was just like, what am I doing wrong? And all of a sudden I found myself trying everything in the world to try to make him happy, because I thought, this has got to be my fault. I went out, I spent almost $100 in groceries that I didn't have to spend, really, because I don't have a whole lot of money. really at all struggling college student problems, and I'm still kind of in the process of finishing school and trying to get a job. So I didn't really have, I mean, I did, but I shouldn't have. Um, so almost $100 in groceries. And then I asked him, like, hey, I know you wanted to go see this movie and we didn't really get to a couple weeks ago. Do you want to go see this movie? And he's like, well, money's kind of tight. I'm like, yeah, I know, but it's like my treat. I wanted to do something nice for him. And so we go to the movie, and it was weird because he's like, do you want to get drinks? Do you want to get popcorn? Stuff like that. And I'm thinking, oh, he's going to pay for it. Like, he's going to, pick some of this up too, knowing that I don't have a disposable income, or really any income. I thought he was going to like try to pick up on, some of the stuff. And he just like stood there and waited for me to pay, and it was really awkward. And so I went ahead, paid for it. The movie tickets weren't bad. It was like less than $10 because it was a matinee, even though it was like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Like, I thought that was like 10 a.m. was a matinee. I don't movie often, so whatever. Drinks and popcorn was like $15, which is ridiculous. Like, whereas between 2 drinks and 1 thing of popcorn, how does that add up to $15? Just why? Why is it so overpriced? I don't understand it. But so we go in and we see the movie. Not one time during the movie did he try to like hold my hand. Did he, really respond to my presence at all? At our first date, we actually went to we got dinner, went to the movies, and he like held my hand and he was really sweet even during the movie. Like, you could tell like he wanted to be sitting next to me right there. During this movie, totally different. And so everything was just really weird. And then we get out of the movie. He doesn't want to like talk about anything. The whole thing was just everything was so strained and so awkward. And I think it was like a couple days after that, we had gone to the gym and we went back to his place, and he like took a shower and was like chilling on the couch. I was about to go take a shower, and I was like, it was just bothering me so much. I had to ask him. So I went and asked him, and I was like, hey, are you always this like short and snippy with people when you're stressed out at work? And he was like, oh, well, I was going to wait until after, you got situated a little bit better, because I was in the process of taking my state board exams to be an esthetician. And he was like, oh, I was going to wait until after boards, and um, I was hoping you'd be in a more stable place, but this just isn't working out. I kind of saw that coming just based on how he was acting, what his body language was, how he was responding to me when I would say things. Everything was so great in the beginning, and then it all just like fell apart, just for no reason, just fell apart. It was all very strange, and I had to stay there for like a week afterwards so I could find another place. I had actually planned on living in my car, but the day of boards, which was the day after we broke up, I was in a car accident, wrecked my car. It's not drivable. I had to sell it or sign it over to the junkyard because it just, you could not drive it. It was just non-drivable. It was jacked up. Like, the wheel well was touching the wheel. Things were leaking. I just was over it. So I had no car to stay in. I had nowhere to go. He knew all that. He was the only person who had the power to change that situation, knowing what my situation was. And he didn't. And I was really let down. I was so let down by everything because he basically promised me the world and could not even give me like a drop of water or a grain of sand. Like, literally could not really deliver on any of his promises. At the end of the day, he's a nice guy, but I feel like he's not very honest, or at least not as honest as I would have liked. Based on the fact that he told me that he wasn't looking for anyone else, because anytime he would get like a text or something, he would like respond to it like super fast and then lock his phone or lock his tablet, especially if I was sitting next to him. And I was like, this is really strange behavior. There's got to be somebody else. He, must be talking to someone else already. I wasn't mad at the fact that he was already like talking to other people. I was more mad at the fact that he was hiding it from me because I'm still like living with him. It was a really messed up situation. And basically, after I got here and got settled, I'm eternally grateful for my friend Cindy because her and her husband are letting me stay in their house right now. Um, just eternally grateful to them and just their willingness to help people. They have such big hearts and cannot thank them enough. After I got here, got settled, I actually went back on the app that my now ex and I had met on, and it shows you like their last active time or whatever, and it was like 2 hours or so after he had dropped me off here. So basically, by the time he had dropped me off and got back to his house, he was already like in the motions of getting back on this app, starting to talk to other people and things. To me, that's really dishonest because if somebody says they're not looking for someone, they're not looking for someone. That doesn't mean that they sit there and say, oh, I'm not looking for anyone. I don't really want to date anybody. I just kind of want to like do my own thing for a while. You don't go and then get on dating apps or dating websites or message your exes from high school or whatever. Like you just don't. You just don't. That's weird. That's messed up. That's hurtful. That's deceptive. At the end of the day, you're lying. You know, that's what it comes down to. He lied. He told me he wasn't looking for anyone and then got back on the app. I had got back on the app because I was just curious. I didn't even realize I still had it on my tablet. I just hadn't logged into it in like 2 months. And just, I never told him that I wasn't looking to date anyone. I never told him I just wanted to be alone because honestly, if it was up to me, things would have worked out differently with him. Because like I said, he is a really great guy. He's funny. He's nice when he wants to be, you know, and we never really fought. He yelled at me once, like play yelled at me because I told him, I was like, it's weird. We haven't really argued or anything. And like the next thing he said, he was like pretending to yell or whatever. And he's like, I'm sorry, that sounded bad. And I don't want you to, you know, think that I was actually yelling at you. So he has a big heart. He doesn't want to hurt people. And I can respect that. He's gone through a lot of things that would have broken lesser people. And he has overcome these things, and while there's still a daily struggle, you know, he's dealing with them. He's not hiding them. He's dealing with these things. And so I really appreciated who he was based on character. It really wasn't because he was, you know, physically attractive or, you know, considered like a genius or super smart or anything like that. I mean, he is smart, but he's not like, you know, a genius, you know. What it really came down to for me was just based on character, and to be so emotionally invested in someone based on their character and then they completely turn around and do the complete opposite of, you know, what they said they were going to do, or they become this person that they said they're not. It's just their true colors are showing through difficult situations. And so that to me just spoke volumes. He's, you know, we're still friends, I guess. We're cordial, kind of. Um, but I probably would not get back with him just based on the fact of how he acted during this whole situation. He didn't even respond well to me telling him like, "Hey, I'm looking at getting back on medication." And he acted like it was the worst possible thing that could have ever happened, and we had been going out for like 2 weeks. So that should have been a red flag right there, but then how he acted after the fact was definitely a red flag, and I was just not having it. Like I can't deal with those kinds of people who act like my disorder is a problem, but then like I've got that under control. Like I'm dealing with things the only way that I can, which is therapy and medication. That's where I'm at right now. I can't deal with people who act like my disorder is a problem, but their character, who they are at the end of the day, isn't. If you're a liar, you're probably always going to be a liar. And there's a lot more work involved in fixing that than, going on medication for a psychiatric disorder. I feel like I was betrayed and lied to by this guy because of everything that he said and all the things he did not deliver. So, not trying to trash my ex or anything, but that's just where I'm at right now, how I ended up here, why I would not get back with him. So this video is stupidly long, but I'm just going to upload it how it is. People can watch it, people cannot watch it. I don't make videos for other people. I make them for myself. This is like my therapy in between therapy sessions. So hopefully with being here, I will be able to start making videos again because I will have a lot more private time and private space to actually get things done. So yeah, 20-minute update. Super cool. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you guys, for whoever has gotten it this far in the video, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Tell me how you feel about things. How's your transition from winter to spring going? Got any special stuff going on? Let me know. And I will talk to you guys in the next video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.